in the next set of 10 constituencies. Which part are you taking?
Northwest. You took us to West. I'm going to take you to Northwest. And Northwest, Rajdeep, is also the constituency which largely used to be made up of the segment which people used to call the outer Delhi, the Jat belt of Delhi. Nangloi, Jat, Bawana, Sultanpur, Majra. And one interesting constituency in this would be Rohini. Vijender Gupta, who in fact won in that AAP tsunami last time, whether he has been able to hold on to his lead or not. That is something that we will have to take a look at this point. Okay, so we are putting out the set of the next 10 constituencies. Northwest, this is where there is at least some fight being put up by the Bharatiya Janata Party, but the Aam Aadmi Party firmly in the lead. 7-9 for the Aam Aadmi Party in Northwest Delhi entire region. That's 10 constituencies of Northwest Delhi. 1-3 for the BJP, and once again a blank for the Congress Party. Absolutely no chance being given there by Pradeep Gupta for the Congress Party in this as well. So Rajdeep, if you add, the first 10 constituencies of West Delhi that you showed, and if we add the next 10 of Northwest Delhi, this is the picture that is emerging right now. Out of 20 constituencies that we have for you, 16-19 going for the Aam Aadmi Party, 1-4 for the Bharatiya Janata Party and their allies. Congress drawing a complete blank.
Wow. So you actually have, after 20 constituencies, Pradeep Gupta, you seem to be taking us into a scenario where 2015 could be replicated. I'm not going through all 7 yet. 16 out of 19 is about 80%. You have given 80% of the seats that are coming so far, and these are heartland seats of the BJP. This was the seat where again the BJP did very well in the Lok Sabha elections.
I would say let's wait and watch Chandni Chowk, New Delhi.
Sure, but your sense, when you say 16-19, are you saying that...
You are not sounding very confident.
I am very confident. I am just waiting all numbers to be put up here, and then I start speaking.
Okay, and also Chandni Chowk is traditionally, a lot of constituencies which are BJP stronghold.
Let's talk about Northwest Delhi though. Northwest Delhi is where you've gone and again projected virtually a replication of what you've suggested could happen. At best, you are saying a couple of seats could go to the BJP.
Right.
Is that because there is a very... Again, we come back to it, that the voters who voted for Mr. Modi in the Lok Sabha are switching to AAP. That is the story of this election.
That's the story, because that was the national election. And in fact, those who have voted for Congress also, as we are mentioning, 23% in general election. Now, in these two constituency, Lok Sabha constituency or 20 Assembly constituency, we are seeing Congress is near about 4%, meaning 23 to 4%. Can you imagine?
For our viewers outside Delhi, give us a sense of the demographics of Northwest Delhi. What kind of a region is it?
So it is largely a lot of industrial areas of, Kirari, of Munka, Bawana industrial area as well. So a lot of migrant population.
Sahib Singh Verma's village.
Jat voter, that is what I'm saying. So this is out of the 10 constituencies, 6 of them are seen as Jat constituencies. Although overall Jats are about 3% as far as the Delhi voters are concerned. The only cosmopolitan, to say constituency that you would have in this is Vijender Gupta's Rohini. There was a lot of talk about anti-incumbency against him. It will be interesting to see if he can hold on to that.
That's the constituency, Preeti, I wanted to talk to you, because I was told by an old BJP hand कि अगर हम रोहिणी भी हार गए तो कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. That there'll be very little. Rohini was a constituency which resisted the AAP wave with Vijender Gupta in 2015. Now this is Punjabi heartland in a way. What's the sense you got as you travel through the... when I go to Rohini, it's a completely new Rohini. Flashing metro station, cinema halls, very different to the image that Rohini once had. How did you see it there? Was there a feeling here too that issues like Bijli, Pani mattered?
Yes, Bijli Pani mattered, and also, Vijender Gupta, somebody who's risen from the MLC, from the ward politics. And this time around, I did sense a bit of anti-incumbency against him. Possibly if BJP had put in another candidate and not Vijender Gupta, but it was difficult to deny him that ticket because he was one of those 3 who cracked it last time. So, in that sense, yes, anti-incumbency in Rohini. There is a fight in Rohini. But I think where the BJP, I don't know, maybe Pradeep would be able to tell us better, might have a chance, where I thought at least, the only place where I thought, the only constituency where I thought that possibly the BJP might be doing well was Rithala. When I went to Rithala, I actually had a sense that I could find a voice for the BJP.
Particularly Rohini, I would like to comment that Vijender Gupta, BJP is struggling. He's not even in
He's-
tough
yeah.
fight.
He's not even in the fight. Is there any constituency
Exactly.
there where the
That
BJP
is-
appeared? Is Rithala one of those constituencies where the BJP appears in the fight?
Bhavana.
Bhavana as well. Very interesting. Meanwhile, I'm getting figures of voter turnout. Latest figures are showing that 67.08 voter turnout. Final voter turnout could be just around, could even cross last time 67.12. So in the last couple of hours, as we often see.
This is a question I wanted to
Advantage.
pose, and
Yes.
this is a genuine question. It's not. Partly also it's a mischievous question because I like to keep a little suspense alive for the finals of the thing. And does organized voting towards the end of polling, does it make a material difference to the poll?
It definitely does, but depend the margin.
Because I-
depend the
be- be-
margin.
because
if
the-
margin
if-
is huge, it may.
No,
it
because
may-
because the alacrity with which you dismissed the possibility of a late swing, of,
No,
of a
I'm not
late
dismissing. I'm not
surge.
at all dismissing. I am saying all I am saying
Because that's
is
what you did. You said
No, Swapan, let's be honest. If you look at the numbers at the moment of West and Northwest, you're seeing one
You know,
party
because
getting
in the
56%
old-
versus 35.
in
There's
the
a
old-
21%. There's a 21% gap.
you know in the old days,
Yes.
when probably psephology was less of a science and more of a art, there were sort of three categories in which you did your polling. One was early morning,
yeah.
one was mid afternoon, and one was certainly the last hour.
But Sapanda, here
And
we do not
you know,
have the
I mean,
luxury being
I
the
just
single phase
in a
poll.
pure methodological sort of
And
way.
also-
Yeah, so
I was just
let him
asking that
respond.
question.
Respond.
Here we do not have the luxury being the single
No,
phase
no, no.
poll.
I understand your constraints.
know,
I understand.
but having
I
said that,
understand that
having said
television
that-
imposes
And by 4
unreasonable
p.m. it was already over
restrictions on
50%.
people's.
So it's
No, no,
yeah,
let's resolve this, Pradeep, once and for all.
Yeah.
Since Swapan is going to possibly keep pushing this, and he's perfectly entitled
Perfectly
to,
entitled.
and there'll be a number of people who will.
He's asking very valid
This is a
questions.
one-day exit poll.
Yes.
This is a one-day poll, makes it even more difficult for a pollster because of the pressures of TV. How do you account for last-minute surges in a poll like this?
You are right.
Let's respond
yes,
to that.
If there is a margin between first and second party is less than 5%, then there is definitely is going to affect. Because please understand, 4 o'clock we got to see 45% voting. 5 o'clock we got to see 53% voting. We have to rely on these voting percentage. And now we are seeing 65 plus kind of. So
what
what is
you're-
the additional polling during this
Sure.
time is 10 to 15%.
So what you're saying
do
is,
we-
if this was a very tight race,
Then it would
then
have
you
made
would
the
be very
difference.
worried
Yes, yes,
because
yes,
the
of course,
margins are very big on general.
So that's the reason.
Yes,
That's the
Manisha.
reason. Otherwise, in Haryana, you remember, we came next day.
That's
Reason
right.
is
We
the
want to
same
remind
single
our
day.
voters. That's
because,
right.
Because it was the hung assembly, we need to see who is surging ahead.
Right.
Out
Yes,
of-
Manisha.
Small point is that from many constituencies, the BJP Karyakartas have been pushing till the very end, getting voters out. But in terms of numbers, it may very well be what Pradeep ji
Given
is
the
saying.
huge gap.
So you mean in percentage terms things could change slightly?
Yes.
However, in terms of leads, it's unlikely to change given the sheer margins of it.
Even there 1 or 2 seats, I mean, which is the range is given. That is the reason why.
You know, the sense, Raj, that one is getting from these early numbers at the moment, as we say on the screen, are out of 20 that we've calculated, leading in 16 to 90. Now, if they replicate in any form what they got in 2015, which is 67, they could well say that unlike other parties, we bucked anti-incumbency. I mean, they could virtually replicate what Mr. Modi said after his victory. I got an even bigger mandate than I got in 2014. Are you sensing, Mr. Kejriwal, if he gets more than 60 out of 70, emerging as some kind of new urban leader? I'm not calling him a national alternative, but an urban leader. Or is Delhi, or a sui generis, or is he just a sui generis Delhi leader?
No, without doubt that if Mr. Kejriwal goes beyond 60, he in some senses becomes one of the key players in the opposition. Given the fact that the Congress has so far been discredited, though they are making some comeback in there, he becomes a key player because he's taken on, in some senses, this is what the BJP did.
Yes.
Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Modi projected themselves into this poll fairly late, I would say. And I think this is also, if you look at what is happening with the late surge that they're doing, I think this is a story of the BJP. They came in too late into this business. They were too complacent. So if they had projected themselves, it has virtually elevated Mr. Kejriwal into a national status. There's no more just a small city election as it should have been.
Right.
And therefore, I think you have seen in Mr. Kejriwal so far, and if these numbers hold, a certain match to the BJP's firepower in terms of whatever they're trying to do.
Is he aspiring for politics beyond Delhi?
Well, as of now, if you ask him, he will absolutely deny it. But if the numbers are anyway close to what it was in 2015, I trust Mr. Kejriwal in 2 years, also hoping for other things. Javed, you know, the other story in this also is the Congress party. Even in the 2015 election, they were able to hold on to about 10% vote. So far, it's just showing Congress at about 4%, of the votes with 0 seats. I mean, they are even going further down from where they were in 2015.
Yeah, because this was an election, you either chose BJP or UP, and there was very little room for Congress, for JDU, for RJD, for Akalis, for anybody. On this question of Mr. Kejriwal, look, he's the man of the moment and he's built up a lot of steam. But let's look at it dispassionately. With 7 seats, how do you become a claimant? I don't think he still has the political bandwidth. He'll have to expand a bit more, win a couple of other states, because even if you write off the Congress, a dead Congress is still 55 seats. A DMK will have 30 plus seats. Trinamool Congress will have, Nitish Kumar will have. So how does somebody who wins, even if he wins 7, all 7
Let's go to the
parliament
next
seats,
set. Let's go to our next set. We are going